serious.
Aim, fire.
Hey guys, this is a new series that I will be making. Depends really how like what topics I have to discuss, but I just thought of this new series. It's called What If, and basically I will describing like different scenarios, like what if the zombie apocalypse actually really happened. One sec. But for the zombie apocalypse, for this episode, I'm going to be discussing Walking Dead zombies, and maybe in another episode, The Last of Us zombies, because Last of Us and Walking Dead zombies are very different, and they have their own tactics how to kill them and stuff. So here we go. So for this episode, I'll be doing Walking Dead. If I don't know if I said that already, and one of the main things that when a zombie apocalypse happens is the location where it starts. So let's say, since I live in Canada, let's say it starts in U.S. and it starts in Florida, which is really far away from me, and that means people that are far away from it have a lot of time to prepare. But what would you do if you just heard it and you have to get supplies, get all the food in a matter of time before it spreads here? So the main thing is, zombie apocalypse depends on the government if they would cancel all airplanes and stuff so it stops spreading so easily. But what if they didn't? I'm just gonna try to go for mostly all the worst case scenarios. And a person from Florida got bit and came on a plane because the clowns there didn't check if the people were bit. So they came here. They landed in Canada, wherever the closest airport wherever I live, and they decide they turn into zombies and start a whole chain reaction here. Now the people that live like in the region I do are screwed. We have no more time to prepare, but that usually would take at least a day or two after the outbreak, after whatever the start of it, whatever you want to call it. So after the zombies come here, we have to be silent, and by the time they come here, you should at least have food, maybe some kind of, you would always have some kind of melee weapon because you have a garage, and usually in garage you have at least like you would have something a melee weapon. And if you were really good, you would have a fuel efficient car, you would have food, crossbow, maybe something to take out the zombies really fairly quickly. What else would you have? I don't know, crowbar, maybe some kind of vehicle. Depends. There's two tactics to play a zombie apocalypse: stay in one place, stay in your house, or find another place like a prison, like in a Walking Dead. If the spoiler alert, if it's season 2 right now, you haven't passed season 3. That'd be a tough decision, leaving your home or staying there or on the run constantly. So those are 3 choices you have: find another home, stay in your house right now, or be on the run constantly. And being on the run constantly has its pros and cons, and of course staying in one place has your pros and cons. Some basic pros and cons. Staying in one place is you know what kind of place it is, the layout of it, and say you run out of fuel and you're on the run and you have to sleep somewhere where you don't know all the exits and stuff like that. So there's one thing. It also depends on how many group members you have, what kind of strategy you have. You're gonna kill everybody or you're gonna be all friendly. I'm gonna be all friendly. I would like to create a community like Woodbury, but that's not gonna happen. I thought that'd be pretty cool. That would be something I would do later in the zombie apocalypse if I was still alive. But if I wasn't, if I was, I would create where I live. There's a plaza literally right beside me, and I'll board off the neighborhood I live in, board off all the things, all the entrances and exits, and make room. Have like a power station and everything. Slowly bring off what happened. And the thing is, depends on how many people survive. You would only have to say, how everyone's like trained because of thinking of Walking Dead's popular. We would all know what kind of to do, but there's those natural selection clowns that would die instantly. in the zombie apocalypse. So, say if no one ever died after the outbreak, after like, let's say a month in, and there's like, I don't know, 3 billion out of, I think 7 billion or 8 billion. I'm not sure how much population we have. I think it's 7 or 8 now billion. But say, I don't know, 3 or 4 billion turned into zombies. So I'd say everyone else that survived played smart, and that would mean no more. We would just have to wait after that. After all the 3 or 4 billion got infected, we would just have to wait a couple of years or a year or two for them to fully decay and just be nothing. And that surviving 1 or 2 years, you just have to stock up on food, be quick, and stay in one spot would be the smartest if you're just gonna wait it out. For me, my personal thing I would do is if the military. Oh yeah, another thing. If the military was screwed, the U.S. military, the Canadian military, all the militaries were screwed. Honestly, I don't think that would be. I don't think if a zombie apocalypse happened, that would happen because the U.S. military is too big, and unless there's like a guy on the inside that got bit and then just started biting everybody, then I don't think it would. Nothing would happen to the U.S. military. But usually, if you're in the military, you are a loyal person, and you would tell them that you're bit, and they would quarantine you or whatever, and then everything would play out happily ever after. And but if it went to full out shit, you would just have to wait it out, or just go in guns blazing, whatever the plan is. Like I would probably at the beginning I would stay in my house for a month or two, and try to scout out places that would be great fit. I think the prison would be great fit, or at a mall. No, not a mall. What am I? Grocery store that's like really huge. There's one called Metro in Canada, or Walmart, whatever. I know Walmart's in the U.S. too, and you could camp out basically in there, and you would have the food there that you could, and then board off the windows and stuff. I know this one has 2 or 3 exits that I know of. The back entrance where there's like trucks and shit loading dock, and the main entrance, and then the exit, which is there's obviously fire exits, but you can easily board up with cars and whatever. Another thing that you would have to worry about is humans. There's obviously other humans living, and if you're the friendly type of person that just like would be the friendly type for throughout the whole thing, you would have to at least shoot a couple of people, because there's always people that would have to be enemies, and that always wanted to kill on sight, which is, if you haven't known what KOS means. So there would be a lot of scenarios playing out through what kind of tactics you would play and what kind of person you are. And the main thing, you wouldn't just go out like, oh yeah, I would board up my whole house and just stay where I'm at. You could do that, but honestly, you just worry about family. Another thing is you have to have a great like hard stone heart. Like say a family member gets bit, there's no way out of them. They have to die. You have to shoot them in the head. You have to man up. I'm not sexist, so I'm not sexist. I'm just saying man up as an abbreviation of just grow up, and you have to do what you have to do. And after that, everyone has to mourn unless you have something wrong with your brain, you're a psychopath or whatever. Everyone has to mourn. You just have to you can't just sit there with a finger in your ass and be like, well, you got bit, let me just wait till you turn, and then have the chance of me getting bit or anyone else, and then shoot you. So, if you would have to shoot them when they're in the bit form, or whatever, bash their heads in, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to kill them. Well, not really killing, it's just putting them under the misery. Getting bit, it hurts a whole bunch. I would say it hurts more, or even to getting shot. And both of those, I don't know how it feels, so I can't judge, but I'm pretty sure it would be around the same pain, because yeah, I don't know, I think it would be even worse than getting gunshot. Yeah, I think it would be worse. Just having a part, say, a jaw of your mouth and then rip a flesh out of your arm. That would hurt a lot more than a gunshot. Because a gunshot usually is just one bullet just hits, and if there's an exit wound, you're good. If there's not, it's harder to get out all the bullets, all the pieces of the bullets. So there's another thing. What else haven't talked about? And I should have talked about this in the beginning, but I forgot to. Say you know how you gather supplies and. One sec. Excuse me, I just have to yawn. You would get supplies, right? It depends on what kind of community you live in. There would be either or a nice community where you wouldn't have to worry about going into, let's say, Walmart, and you wouldn't have to worry about people stealing your stuff. But there's always gonna be, even what community you live in, just it depends on how many. But if you're like living in a small community and you know everybody, there's gonna be people that won't steal your stuff and that look up upon you that you're a cool guy. Then you won't have to really worry. But then there would be those huge community, like say you live in a huge place like there's a huge place in America, in Toronto and Canada, and say Washington. I don't know, one of the main cities in the U.S., and we go to the grocery store there would be a bunch of people. It would be a pandemic. Everyone would be yelling, stealing stuff. There would be probably zombies there because someone would always be bit. There's always a place where someone's going to be bit unless you're careful. And after, what I would do is, this is my plan. I would stay here for 2 months. I would get, just so everyone that's retarded dies off and I don't have to deal with them. No offense. Then I would usually just gather, when I would get to Walmart or whatever, Metro, I would gather not too much supplies, not too little, a medium amount. Too much would draw too much attention towards you and towards your hideout. So you would get a nice medium place, and you would keep on doing runs until the 2 months end. First thing I would do, me and my two other friends have already planned out a zombie apocalypse, and I have another friend that would go along, I guess, with our plan. I have a whole bunch of friends in Mississauga that I would always also team up with. So we would have to find a nice huge house to live in all together. The more people, the merrier. We're all teenagers, so it's great. And one thing is your parents would be like, no, we have to do what your dad tells you or what I say, your mom. But you would have to tell them that, you have experience and to listen to you because you know how to get out. So I'll get out and peace survive. Unless you're an adult, then yeah, you wouldn't. Then you would have your own problems. Unless your parents are still alive, then you would worry about them. Depends on if you care about your parents or not. Maybe you don't love them anymore because they don't deserve your love. But it would be easier I hate to say this, but if you didn't have anyone you cared about. But you'll always find that one person you care about, and that you would do anything to sacrifice for. But back on track. What I would do is I would get a medium bunch of supplies, and then I would, I guess, get a fuel efficient car. That's one of the most things. Go to a police department, ransack it, hopefully get, I don't know, a shotgun or any gun. I would go to this one place. I am getting a BB gun soon. One of those that are real real, and they hurt like a bitch if you get shot. And you could, I guess, fool somebody it's like a real weapon, and then it'd be, I guess, a pretty cool weapon too against people to use, but not against zombies, because I don't think the penetration in the brain would kill them, because it would have to go through the skull, and depending what kind of zombies, if they had a rotten skull or not. But if this was the most recent, obviously it wouldn't go through because your skull is still pretty strong when you just get bit and you're turning into a zombie. Hopefully, you would get a few guns, but there are those groups that wouldn't, and you would have to wait off and probably find, I don't know, a bar or something that has a shotgun. I don't know. I guess you would have to find camps and stuff that had already been raided by zombies. Hopefully, pick up all the stuff they had. Yeah, you'd be pretty much kind of screwed if you didn't have anything. This is a long topic. I can already see it's gone for 15 minutes, and it's a long topic on what kind of decisions you would want to make and what kind of decisions your group would make. So after that, I get everything I need, or a few melee weapons at least. I would get, there's like, I know this place because I was shopping around with my dad. Just like, I don't know, they're like stores that are like hunting stuff, like Canadian Tire kind of. Yeah, Canadian Tire stores, but like smaller. Canadian Tire is good too because I saw a whole section on knives. And that'd be a good, great place to go for melee weapons. Yeah, that store that I was talking about, they were selling crossbows for $700. But you know, if it was already rated and hopefully no one else knew about it or anyone that needed it, you would get all the crowbars, crossbows. That's a nice weapon. You just have to know how to use them. Great weapons on Apocalypse. Silent and Dudley. What else would you do? Yeah, so after you just keep on gathering supplies, and hopefully like when the shit goes down, there's nothing else to do. All the zombies have died. I guess you just rebuild the population, get education back on track, reborn. No, not reborn. Just give, I don't know, I guess have a bunch of kids and stuff so you can repopulate. Oh yeah, that's what the word is. Repopulate the earth. Not too much though, because you know, having a little population is great too, and also hopefully finding other groups. So that's pretty much my decisions of what I would do on the zombie apocalypse. It could happen, but it can't. In some ways, science hasn't exactly proven it, and it could happen. But there's like, what we think of zombies can't happen. Like the Walking Dead zombies can't happen. Most likely can't happen. But the zombies that, like the Last of the Zombies, that is actually nice. It's an even chance of it happening, but it's in the future, more probably like 10 to 5 years. Hopefully, you know what? Honestly, in my opinion, I would think a zombie apocalypse would be a great way, great opportunity to live through. But you know, it's honestly not that great because family members will die, loved ones will die, and what are you gonna do then, right? Unless you have I have a heart of gold that I love everybody, and if someone dies, even like a friend, I'd probably cry. So that would mess up me mentally a lot, like I did to Rick in season 3. A spoiler. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinion. And if you have your opinion, write it down in the comments. I'd love to reply to everyone that comments. I like to discuss everyone else's opinions. It's amazing. Just talking to everybody that watches your video, your opinion on everything, and if you watched it, and leave a comment what I could do for next what if scenario. I was thinking Pokemon if I got no suggestions, because you know, no one really watches my videos. I got a couple of my friends, and I've been full of it. So maybe I attract a new fan base instead of gaming, and hopefully that's what you like. And if you like it, even if there's one person, that encourages me a hell of a lot to make more videos. Now there's none. I could at any time, but you know, what can you do? Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys, by the way, I don't know if the DayZ gameplay was that long, or what went on with it, but I think it would be pretty much done now. I just recorded that, pre-recorded. I was trying to do live commentary with it, but it didn't work out, because I was just too distracted on the gameplay. So, yeah, leave a comment on what another topic I could do for next week, tomorrow, and have a nice day.